Hey guys, Simon and Alex here from Top Tennis Training, and this video is how to hit deadly drop shots. So this is a thing that a lot of people have asked me for. A lot of requests about how to hit a drop shot. Now the first thing I want to mention about a drop shot is you could hit the best drop shot in the world, but if your opponent reads that drop shot, if they're fast, they will get to that drop shot. So disguise is the biggest thing for me about the drop shots. So without disguise, if you always hit your, let's say you're doing a backhand and you always drive your backhand and then you go into a slice, and if that player reads that you're doing a drop shot, they're going to be running in before you've even hit the ball.
Now what the disguise does is it actually puts your opponent on their heels, so it makes them move back onto their heels. So it's very difficult to push forward when you're in this position, off the heels. So if you're like this, you're ready to move straight. If it looks like the person's going to hit the ball hard, your natural instinct is to move back and you're going to be naturally on your heels. It's very tough to push forward, and it's possible to push forward, but there's a slight time delay, and that's what you're trying to capitalize on by making that ball extra short that they're not able to reach in time.
So I'm going to show you the double-handed backhand, and Alex is going to show you the forehand. So on the double-handed backhand, the thing that I used to use for the drop shots would be, the chopper grip is on my right hand anyway, because that's my backhand grip. Sometimes I'd go slightly further around, but I'd be waiting in that power position at the back. So I'd be in that position here, the chopper grip on my bottom hand, that's my right hand. And when I'm in that position here, from this position now, it looks like I'm going to drive the ball, so the opponent's ready for a deep ball. And from that back position, instead of driving it this way, all I'm doing is I'm taking my left hand off and hitting the drop shot. Even if I hit a bad drop shot, just because I've disguised it well in that position, I still have a chance of winning the point with that drop shot. So let's take a look at this drop shot in action. So guys, in that position here, from this position, I could easily drive the shot, or I could do the drop shot. So let's take a look. I can actually look like I'm going in the shot to hit a drive like this, or I can go last second there. Work.
Now on the forehand side for the drop shot, I use my forehand grip when I set up for the ball, so I get into the ready position with my hitting position before I hit the shot. And what I do here is I actually have to turn the grip a little bit in my hand. I find it very difficult to move around the ball like this to create the drop shot. So I will actually twist the grip slightly in my hand and hit the ball through with a more of a chopper grip rather than a forehand grip, and that makes it easier. It does take a little bit of practice, and yes, you may overshoot the grip, and it takes some practice, and you always have to make it last seconds. It's something that you use when you're attacking. It's very important that you're not using it when you're stuck behind the baseline and you're trying to drop shot from there. It's only when you're moving forward and you're able to look like you're going to hit the ball and you're attacking the opponent's now on the back heel, and then you're drop shotting and then the point is over. This is very, very useful when you're playing someone who's actually standing very far behind the baseline. A defender on clay. You get a lot of Spanish players who stand very far behind the baseline, and if you don't use this shot every so often, they get very comfortable staying there, and it will probably beat you at that game. Whereas if you make them run forward sometimes, all of a sudden it makes them play closer to the baseline, and it opens up the court a little bit more, so when you do move them out, you can actually get a little bit of penetration on other shots.
You're exposing the fact that they like to stay so far back. This tactic is used a lot by Djokovic when he's playing Nadal, because Nadal likes to play on clay 10 to 12 feet behind the baseline. One thing that Djokovic really improved in the last couple of years to start beating Nadal on clay was that he started doing that drive, the backhand drive down the line, so they would exchange cross court, Djokovic's backhand to Nadal's forehand, and then at the last second Djokovic goes down the line. That was the big thing that Djokovic done against Nadal. Cross-court rallying and then driving down the line. But another shot that he introduced was also the drop shot down the line at the last second. So Nadal's ready for that drive down the line, but instead of Djokovic driving, he'd be in that position, and at the last second he takes off the left hand and hits a drop shot down the line, and he's won a lot of big points off Nadal by doing that tactic.
Now after you hit the drop shot, it's very important that you know the positioning on the court of where you're standing in order to anticipate where the opponent could hit the ball. This is something that we're going to cover in our next video, and I would want you to subscribe to our email list and you will receive full access to that video.
So that video will be released in the next couple of days, but only to email subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed already, click the link below. And if you like this video, make sure you click the like button, share it with your friends, and leave a comment down below. Thank you. All the best.